Looking at Renegade on, looks like Roadhog on King's Row. You said you were
Ready for
kind of
battle.
unsure of your kind of role in the team and, what value you could provide with Roadhog. And I think you later play either Rhine or Sigma. So we're going to take a look at that. But first things first, we look at the team comp. Tracer and Pharah is pretty good where they can play off of each other pretty well. Like if Pharah gets someone really low HP with damage boosted rockets because we have a Mercy, Tracer can feed off of that and finish off and get kills. So it's kind of like a divey comp because we also see the Winston, Kurt on Winston, which we kind of just all going to play together. Now the problem with the Roadhog in this meta is he doesn't really have a place, you know? He's kind of like a solo queue hero in the sense that um, you know, usually outside of Orisa comps, like Orisa Hog, he doesn't get much value anyways. And because Orisa's kind of on the weak end by herself outside of double shields, um, Roadhog isn't really that strong because of those shield nerfs. Orisa's shield only has 600 HP now. Then we got a Moira as well. So yeah, ideally you'd probably want to be looking at your tank and being like, okay, we have a Winston. You play Wrecking Ball, so you could have gone Wrecking Ball here. This is a really good Wrecking Ball map, actually. There's a lot of vantage points you can use to create space because that's what it's all about, you know? Creating space with your tanks. Tank synergy, especially nowadays, is extremely important because, it allows you to create space. The role of a tank. So we're going to take a look at your gameplay and see anything that is really standing out to us. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but we are doing this on the console game client, not the PC game client, because I feel like it'll be easier in terms of uploading and, just the mic is better on PS4, the one we have. So let me know what you think about this, and if you think this is better. And I will say the replay viewer kind of sucks for console, so bear with me. Okay, so let me see something. Okay, there's your hook. So one thing I will say, right? Let's go back a little bit. Okay, so here your hook is off cooldown, right? Now notice how long it takes for you to actually go for a hook, and how many hook targets you actually could have hit in that instance. And now you go for the Sigma here. Okay? So let's go back. Right? Hook's off cooldown here. Okay, so over there, you could have had McCree as a possible hook target. He dies anyways, right? Here's D.Va. We could have hooked her into our team, and we could have followed up on that, right? And then there's Mercy over there. You're taking a breather, fine. But there is Mercy over there. You could have taken a hook on that. And then now this is where we use our hook. So I think you need to be a little bit more aware of your cooldowns, especially hook in general, because to get a lot of value out of Roadhog, you kind of always want to be looking for hooks immediately off of cooldown, you know? It's kind of like Maywall. Like, as soon as Maywall is up, you kind of want to just, be looking for a big wall. It's just one of those cooldowns you kind of want to be looking to use off cooldown, usually. I think we're playing a little bit too aggressive here. And you have to keep in mind, you have 600 HP, like you can feed really, really hard on Roadhog. That's fine, we cap anyways.
I need to recharge.
Seems too loud. That was a good effort.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Also, nothing's happening. You could be using Take a Breather just to build your ult. You know, you're at 84. If you would have taken a breather when you were at like 200 HP, like a few seconds ago, then you probably would have had a whole hog by now. You know, like you don't really need breather like against their team right now because no one's engaging you. So that's you know, you could be thinking about using it that way. Okay, here we were very much out of position, right? We're facing the entire team, and what's the problem with being in this position? No cover. No cover at all. That's one thing I've noticed so far in this VOD, is like even like earlier in the fight, like I would skip to it, but it would just, you know, it would take a long time to skip to it. But earlier when you were over here and you didn't use your hook or whatever, you were kind of like jumping around all over the place, you know? You, like, the best way to position yourself in general for basically anyone is to always be next to cover, right? So this right here is a cover. You could have been like earlier when we were playing, like shooting down, spamming down here, and then hey, you can retreat over here safely, right? And get healed. But the reason why you died here is because, well, you were just out of position. There's no reason for you to be up here. You could even be playing just like right behind payload, right? And you could just be spamming shield. Just be spamming shield, spamming shield. They can't kill you from here. Like, it's literally impossible. They don't have anything that can kill you. So, and Roadhog is a huge tank. Like, it takes a lot for him to die. So, that's just you being out of position. So now we're down one. You know? And you're gonna be gone for a bit.
Rolling out.
Let's keep it moving.
Helden sterben nicht.
Surrender to my will.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're trying to accomplish here. Because the payload is already past the corner over there, so there's not going to be anyone from the enemy team over here. So what you've done is just wasted time. And I know I'm being a little bit nitpicky, but, you know, you are a diamond player. You're better than, you're close to masters. Like, you're, you know, that shouldn't be a thing. You should be making use of your time.
Heroes never die.
Enemy contact.
This will protect us.
Very good hook. Very good hook. See, we followed up on it. And I would have done the same thing. Really good decision. Arguably, the whole hog might have not been needed, but he builds his ult pretty quick. And it's kind of like a gimmicky ult. I don't mind that. And we're gonna cap here.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Now, one thing you can be doing as Roadhog, a lot more, is kind of be playing on like off angles like this. I thought you were gonna go for it, that's why I kind of held my breath. But if you play like an angle like this, you're kind of safe here because you got a mega health pack with you. You have take a breather, and then you could just like hop back over here. So like a cool thing you can do with Roadhog, like. Let's be real here. We don't really have a front line. We have a Winston that's going to be jumping around all over the place. Tracer doesn't stay in one place, and neither does Pharah. So with this type of team comp, you could have been playing. You could be playing over here off of this mega health pack, and looking for some cheeky hooks like a squishy that passes by, or even this. I don't know, this Reinhardt. If you say, "Oh, he's in this room," we can just follow up on him. You know, I'm right next to you, so. I see what you're after. Yeah, and you'll probably do that, end up doing that. That's just things to consider. And also, you know, thinking about it even more is like, It's really important to play over there, not only because it benefits you, but it also stops their tracer from getting value. If you have pack control, like health pack control, it makes it really, really difficult for the tracer to play. Like that's like the only one of the only health packs like nearby. There's also the mini next to them over there, but you hold on to the mega and it's really valuable. Okay, what's wrong with our positioning here? We're playing very, very up. We're frontlining, right? Roadhog generally doesn't want to do that. You have too many people on you. But I don't think they're gonna focus fire on you. Yeah, this is way too aggressive. Your team's not here.
I'm on fire.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Helden sterben nicht. Dein Schutzengel ist da. Rocket enemies.
That's just down to miss hooks, I guess. I think you missed a couple of hooks on the tracer. That's fine. You went for it. But yeah, I feel like you were playing a bit too aggressive. Like you were, if you are gonna play that close to their spawn, be rotating a lot, not staying in one position. You were in that side of their spawn for a very, very long time. And again, I want to see this real quick. I think we fed a lot of all charge.
Get back.
I know, like, we're basically like, it feels like we're unkillable as Hog, but keep in mind our Winston's not here, right? So you're kind of like on a solo mission here. And look, that Hammond is getting a shit ton of ult charge, right? Off of you, and, well, and Tristan as well. So, it's great that you're going in like this. Well, no, I shouldn't say it's great that you're going in like this. It's great that you got a pick, right? But think about you in the grand scheme of things. Like, you play like you're on a mission to get kills, right? Which is all right as Roadhog. That's kind of what you want to do as Roadhog. But our Winston's not here, right? I've kind of just arrived, but you're even in front of me, and I have more escape potential than you, right? And I think you just stunned your take a breather, so you're kind of in trouble here. So yeah, like, just be wary of you know, your positioning. And one thing that isn't really talked about a lot is timing your engagements. So you have a Winston here. Winston Roadhog, like I said before, isn't ideal, but if you're going to play with the Winston, wait for him to engage, and then in that scuffle of, you know, people getting damaged and things like that, that's when you make your move, right? Because right here, you've got the McCree focused on you. You killed the Mercy, cool, but the Brig is coming after you. You know, you got a lot of focus fire, and you're frontlining. And also, like I mentioned before, you're feeding a little bit of ult charge. Unnecessarily, right?
Get into position.
But now our Winston's engaged. This is where you should have been hopping in. Sure, it works here in this rank, but you're gonna get punished harder in the higher ranks, for sure.
Heroes never die. For a price.
Yeah, get those hooks sorted out. That's okay. I miss headshots on stationary McCrees as well. So I'm not one to talk.
Initiating.
So yeah, as Roadhog, I like, you know, that sometimes you take off angles. I would do that more often. Look for pack control. Look to use your hook off of cooldown, right? Don't let it be sitting on cooldown for a very, very long time. And play corners, right? Like, play really close to cover. That's really, really important. And if you're playing any character, that would be like your mindset. Play with cover. Some place where you can get back and you know, refill your resources. And then, let's see, what was I gonna say?
Science
Cover.
will reveal the truth.
Oh yeah, and wait, like, you know, look at your team comp and play accordingly. Like, we had a Winston, you should have waited for your Winston to engage, and then you engage with him. Okay, so now we're gonna be looking at some Reinhardt gameplay. And I know you don't play Reinhardt that much, but if I tell you how to play Reinhardt, it kind of like translate over to Sigma gameplay, you know, that sort of thing, in terms of positioning, in terms of aggression. So we're gonna take a look at this and see. Okay. So thought process, right? Early fire strike. I don't mind this. It's really good. Build your arc charge. So they're running dive. Okay. So yeah, your angle is too wide over here, right? Just play kind of like this way, because you're not guarding anything over here. We're not over here. Play this way. A little nitpicky, but if you're gonna hold choke like that, you want to play that way. And in general, like, yeah, it works here, but you generally, like in the higher ranks, you kind of want to hold over here, right? And I'm not saying in the higher ranks because I'm in the higher ranks. It's because like I watch a lot of high rank gameplay. But you kind of want to hold over here, like, and crush them accordingly because like the choke gameplay won't work in long term. Oh no, what'd I do? We have a lot of shields though, so it works with the combo running. But look, you just got punished. Why? Because we're in the choke for too long. Let's actually look at this. I kind of like missed what happened. Whoa! That's a thing. Yeah. Like I said, the thing about corners, you kind of want to, like with Reinhardt, be kind of swinging this corner, and then, you know, you can, if you're going to engage, you know, tell your team you're going to engage and kind of like push in, but there's really no need to push in. You kind of play reactively instead of aggressively, right? Because look, you already fed them half your health for no reason. You didn't really gain anything from it, right? I mean, arguably, I guess you gained a little bit of ult charge. But the grand scheme of things, you getting your ult quick really doesn't matter here. I mean, they're running a dive comp. You're not in a race to get ult with the other line. And you swinging over here makes it really, really easy for them to attack you from over here. You're being attacked from two sides. That's probably how you're going to die, actually. Yeah, they're going full aggro on you, and you're getting really, really, really aggressive. So even Tristan's here, like he's pumping in heals to you and trying to keep you alive. You should not be playing that aggressive. You should be backing up. Like you were, let's see, you were half HP. Let's look at you again. I'm sorry if this is a little rambly. I'm just trying to get the point across here. So they're playing really, really deep into their spawn, right? A better team, like I just want you to visualize. Look, like you're by yourself essentially, right? So a better team would have just deleted you here. Like, where's their DPS? I don't even know where their DPS is at. Is it? Oh, they have Ashe. Yeah, Ashe up here. Yeah, like a better team would have just deleted you. You're playing very, very much aggressive. You need to be playing close to cover, not that far away from cover. So yeah, that's a no-no. Let's slow it down a bit. Okay, so you're taking even more damage. So right, at this point in the game, you're half HP. You do not want to be engaging at all. You're facing their entire team. You want to be backing up, right? This way. Backing up, holding... If you want to hold shield, that's cool. You're not really taking a lot of damage. You can even put your shield down, come this way, and kind of just back up. Back up with the team over here, right? You just back up. If you want to hold choke, that's cool. But regain your health. You're playing way too aggressive for the health you have right now. Right? We're shielding nothing here. And since they're playing, also you can adapt your playstyle accordingly to what they're running, right? I kind of wanted you to be thinking about stuff like this, okay? So what are they running here? They're running Diva, Winston, right? They're running Ashe, they're running Genji. So things that really don't have that much burst potential, okay? So you should be adapting your playstyle accordingly, right? You can play aggressive against this comp, but you shouldn't be playing in an area that makes it difficult for your healers to heal you and makes it so you get attacked from multiple angles. If they start pushing in here, you can play aggressive. Like you can start swinging like crazy. Why? Because they don't have anything that can really burst you down. Nothing. Like think about it. They don't have anything. The only the way you want to be thinking about using your shield in this situation is not so much to block damage, it's more to block key cooldowns. Like for example, micro missiles or Ash dynamite. You want to block a dynamite if she, fudges it up somehow. That's where you want to be thinking about using your shield here. If it's dive, you just want to be swinging, but not over here though. Do you understand why this is a really, really bad position? You're all the way over here. If they wanted to, they can just roast you. They could just like come over this way, delete our team. Like you were serving no purpose over here, right? So we're in a very poor position here. All right, and I'm doing it in slow-mo so you can see. Why are we engaging this? Look at our health. And I assure you, Tristan's really, really trying hard to keep you alive. But you're being attacked from multiple angles. And dive, if you're not careful, can burst you down really, really quickly if there's a lot of focus fire. And there was. You're playing very, very aggressive here. But, you kind of want to take this and apply it to your other characters as well. Like, same sort of thing applies to Sigma. Just any tank in general. You don't want to be too over-aggressive. Huge fire strike, holy shit. Big, holy crap. So this is... why is this bad? Right? I doubt you're thinking about the kill feed and being like, okay, everyone's dead, I can charge in. No, Renegade. You and I both know that you were not paying attention to the kill feed, and that's why you charged in. You wanted to charge in because you thought you could kill the Moira. I'll let you answer why this is bad. Luckily you're fine. You blocked the key cooldown, micro missiles, very good. But again, you're on this side. What are you guarding over here? You're not guarding anything. Position yourself this way and swing this way. Okay. So much of that. Big slam, big slam. And I like that you didn't pin. That's good. Honestly, that's a really, really nice charge backwards. I actually like that a lot. To get back to safety. Alright, shield's low. Now at this point, you kinda wanna be holding if they engage, which our Pharah just got a pick, so that's probably not gonna happen, but if they start engaging, now at this point, they've kind of pressed forward and they've taken this space, right? So tank is all about space control. They've already taken the space. They've proven their dominance here. Now that's where you would rotate over here, and now you would start holding over here, right? In this corner. And if they start to push you or whatever, you can just back out, and we just start holding over here. As main tank, you have a lot of say on where we play. You basically dictate where we're gonna play. Renegade. Just remove your charge button from the freaking thing. It's no good. Now you complain about heals a lot, right? You're making extremely, extremely difficult. Look at the positioning that Tristan has to take to heal you, right? But why? Because you pinned over here. You're not even acting like a main tank right now, right? You're just all over the place. And look, Tristan's trying so hard to keep you alive. So hard to keep you alive. And look, we have to devote resources to saving you, right? Moira needs to devote resources to saving you. And then now Popshot can't even keep her beam on anyone else. She has to save Moira because she sees, oh shit, Moira's gonna go get really, really aggressive and well, I guess put herself in a really awkward position, right? So think about that. Think about all the resources we're having to devote to you, right? That's why you can't just say, "Oh, I'm not getting any heals and stuff." We don't know the situation that our healers are facing. You know? You don't know exactly what's going on their screen.
Rocket barrage incoming.
We gotta stop the charge habit. It's like gotta go.
Regenerating the cellular structure. Get into position.
Yeah, when you're shielding, be wary of what cooldowns, like what damage you're blocking or not. Again, if you charge this way, like, yeah, you might get a reward of killing the Winston, but look, now you've left the entire team without a main tank. Now we're kind of struggling because you've given up the space that we had. You just said, ah, screw it, we don't need space, and then you just went and pinned. Instead, you could have been backing up, you know, shield hopping. I'm sure you know what that is. Just, you know, shield hopping backwards, maintaining space. I think, from what I've seen with your Reinhardt gameplay so far, is you don't quite understand your role, right? Reinhardt is maintaining space, right? But you're just giving it up for no reason. Just to try to get a kill. I don't care if you have no medals, right? At all as Reinhardt. As long as you're keeping that space and really making it really hard for them to take it, you're doing your job. And now look, you made it really, really easy for them to kill you. And now we're just gonna like luckily clutch it. Like we honestly should have lost that. The enemy team's just trash. Like you know, we should have been rolled. Going this way is not your job. Take back that space. Right. You got the kills, that's fine, but now Sigma's left to main tank. I know what you're going for. I think you can shatter underneath the cart too. Like you could have probably stopped her from buzzing. I could be wrong though. Don't take my word for it. I think you can do that though. But yeah, like look, I know what was going on in your head. You're going for that fresh nuts. You literally like looked at it and you're like, fresh nuts, dude! From behind. You know, you're trying to get like the 6-man shatter, but like it's really, really risky. You're in their spawn, man. Now, again, you've made it really, really difficult for us. And you know, I'm not pinning everything on you. Like you know, I'm making mistakes. We're all making mistakes, but I'm just saying like you can really, really maximize your impact by just staying alive and not, you know, doing stuff like that. And I don't know how we clutch this, honestly. Yeah, now it's just swing, swing, swing. You're not blocking anything. Just swing. You block the sleep. That's good. Keep swinging. Okay, now there's some damage. You kind of want to, like... And when we're in this sort of sticky situation, you kind of want to be positioned over here, right? Close to access to us. Because not only do you shield us when we're coming in, right? You make it easier for your healers to heal you. Now, Tristan had to put himself in an awkward position just to save you, again. Alright? So be thinking about your positioning. And I don't mean to be, like, too nitpicky. But... yeah. I'm just trying to maximize your impact here. And we win. I don't know how we win that, but we win. But yeah, like, so I hope I was making sense myself. I think you need to be a little bit more aware of your positioning, especially like, I don't know, think like your healers. Like, where are they going to be? They're going to be close to You know, this area over here, coming back in. So position yourself this way. That's how you died there at the very, very end. Um, Useless pins, like those pins were not good, man. I'm gonna be blunt with you. They're not good at all. Only like honestly, you can look for safe pins. Like I don't know if it's not a long angle. Like this is a long angle. If I pin this way, it's gonna be a really really long angle. But if it's like if they're like over here, like let's say they're positioned like right in front of the cart, and then you see an opportunity, just pin them like right here. You're not losing any space really because you're still here. But that pin that you had earlier where you went that way, you gave up a lot of space for free. You just invited pressure. You're like, hey, come on in. Water's fine. Like, you know what I mean? So I think above all else, you need to be having a little bit more awareness of what's going on in your role, right? Kurt, I think the only reason we won, honestly, is because when you died or went out of position, Kurt kind of just like took the slack, like picked up the slack and acted as main tank, you know? When really that shouldn't be his role anyways. Like that should be your role as Reinhardt. So I hope this gave you a little bit more of a you know perception
Ready for battle.
perception perspective. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. A little bit more perspective on things, right? And how you can maximize your impact here because yeah, like not it's not always the healer's fault. Like maybe that's just like what I showed you today made you realize that. So I hope this helps. It might be a little rambly. I'm trying to explain myself best as possible, but yeah, this is my first time seeing this gameplay from your perspective. Uh, and yeah, I'm just trying to help you the best I can. Feel free to go back in the video, look it over, and tell me your thoughts. And then, if you have any questions, as always, you can feel free to contact me. And or even if you want to look over some things, go over some things, we can go into a custom game, and I can help you that way. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.